Hi, everyone. I'm JP, or John Paul. My partner, Colin, he's sitting right over there. We are Thank You and You're Welcome. I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to pitch to you on Monday, but we hope to make up for it with the demo. The area we chose to focus on was gifting. And we all know gifting's a pain in the ass. There's quite a few teams that have pitched about it, and there's a lot of startups out there trying to solve it. But no one has ever described the problems with gifting better than Sheldon.
The entire institution of gift giving makes no sense.
Too late.
Let's say that I go out and I spend $50 on you. Well, it's a laborious activity because I have to imagine what you need, whereas you know what you need. Now, I could simplify things, just give you the $50 directly, and then you could give me $50 on my birthday, and so on until one of us dies, leaving the other one old and $50 richer. And I ask you, is it worth it?
Now, if I were to imagine the way that Amazon would approach gifting, it would probably go something like this. We'd launch auto gifting service. It would automatically pull users' Facebook friends. And on each one of their birthdays, we'd auto-generate a gift suggestion, mail it via Prime, and then generate a thank you note on their friend's behalf via Mechanical Turk and automatically send it back to that user. But as you start to automate all these problems with gifting, you got to ask yourself, what's the point anymore? You know, what is the purpose of gifting? And the purpose of gifting is simply to show that you care about someone. So there's a fine line we're going to tread. And as we go through and we look at the problems of gifting and we decide which ones to automate and which ones not to, we're going to have to ask ourselves, what counts? And well, everyone always says it, but it's the thought that counts. And so we're going to try to create an effortless way to gift without removing the thought. So some of the things we won't do. We won't automatically generate thank you note messages via templates, crowdsourcing, outsourcing, or Mechanical Turk. It's wildly impersonal and frankly doesn't accomplish the recipient's true goal, which is to simply show gratitude. Since we're not doing that, we're not going to need to send automated or bulk messages over SMS, Facebook, or email, or any other form like that. There's obviously features in all those applications that provide group messaging features, so we're not going to do that. We're going to pick one great way to thank your friends and family. So the goals for the entire application, we want an easy way to keep track of gifts received. This is not an issue for me. I'm 24, so I don't get a ton of gifts on my birthday. And the only ones I do are, frankly, just a shot at the bar, maybe. But as I get older and your friends start to have weddings and kids, I can imagine it'd be quite difficult to keep track of who gave you what. We also want an effortless way to thank friends, as we talked about. And the third thing we want to do is we want to leverage the data that we gather through the thanking features to provide better gift suggestions. Now, when everyone thinks of gifting, that's always the first problem that comes to mind is what to buy. And so we're going to see if we can solve that via the data collected from the other features. Long story short, improve gifting experience without removing the thought. So the one constraint we put on this hackathon demo was that we wanted to make sure that everything could be used by the people watching. Last year we built Amazon Swag and it was great, and it was an application that could have fully functioned, but it was an iOS app, and so we'd have to go through an approval process, no one could use it, etc. So everything's built as a mobile web app. You can go to it from your phones, and everything you see is live, and you can use it. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and get started with the demo. So Sharon and I, Sharon C., she's not here right now, but we're pretty close. We like to go out and get a little crazy on Capitol Hill on weekends. And so for my birthday, she got me this. And I know it's an incredible gift. And it's an incredible gift. And I want to make sure that I remember that's what she got me forever. And I also want a great way to thank her. So I'm going to go to our application. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to log in via Facebook. Now, the first screen that you're shown here is the thank you side of things. And it's simply a screen of the gifts that you've received. Now, the only gift I've received so far are a box of Oreos from Carlos. And so I'm going to have to go in and add a second gift, one from Sharon. So I'm going to click the plus sign in the top left corner. We've implemented two ways of looking up products that you've received. You can either do search by simply text, and as you can see, the results from Amazon's product advertising API come up there. The other way we've implemented is to search by barcode. And so what's going to happen here is I'm going to add this message. We send it off to a third-party API, the HPL Idle On Demand services, and it's going to decode this barcode on the back end, send us back a UPC, and then we're going to search the Amazon product advertising API for products. I know that a lot of apps do this. Amazon's app does this, but not a lot of mobile sites do this. In fact, Amazon's mobile site does not even search by barcode. So let's see if this works. It was successfully decoded, as you can see. And there are the products. So this is all going to work on the mobile phone as well. You can basically, you're going to hit that, and it's going to say either take photo or choose existing. Just hold the camera back a little bit like this, and make sure it's in focus. It can be, the barcode can be small, but just make sure it's in focus. So obviously, you guys, Amazon doesn't have any giant maker's mark, so I'm just going to use this for the sake of the demo. So I'm going to type in Sharon C here, and we're going to save it. All right. So as you can see, it's been added to my list of gifts here. It's received from Sharon C. And now I want to thank her, right? And so, oh wait, I almost missed something. I'm sorry. First thing we need to do is be reminded to thank her. And so if you look at my email, it sent me an email notification saying, seems like I got quite a few of them. Some testing. Don't forget to thank Sharon for the wonderful gift she sent you. All right. So we've chosen one way to let users thank their friends. And the way we've chosen is we've integrated with Lob. Lob is an API that allows developers to send RESTful calls, and then they will actually mail the message in the mail. And there's a few ones that you can use. There's Simple Print Service, which is just for documents. There's Simple Postcard Service and Check Service, etc. The one that we chose to use was Simple Postcard Service. So when we send a thank you message, which we'll do in a second, it's going to look like this, and it's actually going to get mailed in the mail. And this is all in production live right now. So when we actually send this, Sharon's going to get a wonderful postcard that she can hang and keep on her fridge forever. So I'm going to click on the item. It's going to take me to the Send Thank You page. Much for the Maker's Mark bottle. It's awesome. So we've hard-coded. So all of you can go on right now and you can send thank you notes. And we've hard-coded all the judges in here. And their address is at Amazon. So you can actually go on right now, and I encourage you to do so, to take pictures with your team and thank them for hosting such a wonderful event. So I'm sorry. So I want to show Sharon how much I really like this product. And one of the things that I like about sending pictures in the mail as thank you cards is that it's very easy for me to do, just to sit there and take a picture of the product that I've received. But it's much better than handwriting a thank you note and sending it. The only reason you handwrite thank you notes and take them to the postcard and mail them is simply to show that by all that effort, you clearly must be grateful for the thing you received. But I think for the recipients, I think that receiving a picture would be just a lot more useful. You won't just toss it in the trash. And so I'm going to take a picture with the product and show her how much I like it. I'm going to take this picture. I'm going to put this on a postcard, and we're going to send it to her. So we choose, let's see, JP's thank you. We're going to click Submit here. All right. So your thank you note has been sent, and it should arrive within 5 to 7 business days. If we go back and look here now, we can see that the green box is now checked and indicating that I've thanked her for it. And if we want to go ahead and we want to take a look at the actual postcard that's sent, we can click on it. And this is going to take us to Lob's site, and there's a picture of the actual postcard that will be sent to Sharon. Now we've got one more thing to show you today, and I'm pretty excited. as you can see, right there, there's a gift rating that's been added after we thanked the person, right? But we never actually entered any input in there. And so how did we do this? Well, we've integrated with another API. It's actually another API by HP. Give me a second, sorry. And it's called the Sentiment Analysis API. And basically what we can do is we pass it a string of text, and it parses out how positive or negative that text was. And so when we send the thank you note, we actually send off the actual thank you message to the sentiment analysis, and it comes back with how positive of a message that was. And then we use that to rate the gifts. So let's say that, well, Jeff and I, Jeff B., we're also good friends. And yeah, I ask him inappropriate questions at his all hands, and he gives me a job. So for my birthday, we all know he's a big reader, he got me this. And so I'm going to go ahead and add it again. And as you can see, there's no gift rating yet. But I'm going to go ahead and send him a thank you note of how much I enjoy it. So I'm going to send him this picture of me in my programming book. Man. Say, I really don't like reading, but when I do, I skim the back of this book. P.S. Don't fire me. This is a hackathon demo. All right, so I'm going to select Jeff B here. We're going to add that photo. All right, thank you note's been sent. He'll receive that in a few days. I'm sure he's looking forward to it. As you can see here, we got a pretty negative gift rating from the thank you message that I typed there. The first two, 88%, I know it looks like they're the same, but I was just practicing, so I typed in the same exact message for that one. And now we want to use this data, right, to generate gift suggestions. So if we go to the You're Welcome section, oh wait, let me refresh. If we go to the You're Welcome section, there's nothing there. Well, we would have a list of suggested gifts, and you could hit refresh, and it would do it based on, it would get similar items to what the highest rated gifts were from the thank you service, and it would just populate a list there. But apparently that's not working. So that's all right. That's about all we have for you for the demo. I'll just go over a quick list of some of the things we use to make this happen. We use the Facebook API to log in. We use the Amazon product API to look up items. We used HP Idle on Demand for barcode decoding and sentiment analysis, and we used Lob for the postcard mailing. It's a deployed service on EC2 and MySQL, deployed via Heroku. We use some gems here. We used RMagic to crop the photos and size them for the postcards. And we use jQuery Mobile for the UI framework. And that's about all we have for you. So thank you, and you're welcome.